Let's see, I'm Kathy Patrick, and I am the admissions advisor for the College of the Environment uh, during the summertime and other times of the year. I'm often a general advisor for the entire university. I work with academic advising to help make things happen for the students you send to us. So, just to begin, the Environmental College has BAs, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelors of Sciences, and Bachelor of Arts in Education. And students come to us for all kinds of reasons, largely because we're great advising, but also because they want to have a program that's very hands-on. They're doing things. When I say hands-on, I mean that they're working on real problems almost from the get-go. As soon as they start, they will be assigned real problems to try to solve. So that's what I mean by hands-on, but students mean, are you out in the field? Well, the answer to that part is yes as well. Many of the students will be out in the field working at Shannon Point, the Marine Center, for instance. Others may go into academic or into urban planning, and they will be on site looking at a planning site such as the Bellingham waterfront, or they could be in a lab. Now, a common question with environmental studies and sciences is uh, what's the difference? What's the difference between the two? And my answer is, well, the environmental studies professionals collect their information by talking to people, by figuring out how people want to use their environment, what they need from their environment. The environmental scientists collect their information by going out into the field, making observations, taking samples, and then coming back in and taking it all to the lab to analyze. And you can guess the next step. They go back out again, they take samples again, and they come back into the lab to analyze it again before they hand it over to the non-scientists. So in the environmental studies program, we have a lot of degrees. We have BAs in geography, geographic information systems, policy, environmental education, which is not for teaching in public schools, it's for teaching in non-traditional settings, like maybe museums or park services, forestry, environmental interpretation, nonprofit groups. And I am so sure I'm forgetting something. Oh, resilience, which is a relatively new degree, although it was alive years ago, and it has come back in the past 2 years. So that's an exciting one. Resilience is all about how we survive after a disaster, how we bounce back, how quickly we recover. Those are all the BA, Bachelor of Arts degrees. And then the Bachelor of Arts in Education are mostly for teaching middle school or elementary school. There's one in geography and another in environmental studies. On the other side of the hallway, we have the science program, and that program has just one degree, environmental science. But there are three emphasis areas if anybody would like to choose one, but most students don't. The three emphasis areas are marine sciences. There's also toxicology, and then finally a combo that's freshwater and terrestrial ecology. And while we were all away on COVID lockdown, there was a new department created, and that's the Urban and Environmental Planning and Policy Department. That's where the urban planning degree lives. There's also urban sustainability. And finally, there's another policy degree. So those are the brand new BAs over in the Urban and Environmental Planning and Policy Department. So I know you have questions for me. I did see a question as I was checking in this morning, and that was, who do I contact, or who should a student contact about these degrees to get the best information? I always say it's the horse. Go straight to the horse's mouth. And in this case, I'm the horse. So send students to me, and I'm very happy to work with them. It's a great idea if their questions are narrowed down. I get a lot of emails that say, tell me about the College of the Environment. Well, that's pretty broad. But I do my best and suggest that the student works with me, meets with me, um, in order to learn more about their interests, but also tell them what they can do in the college. I'm happy to look at transcripts at any time. Now, I can't determine the general university requirements that they need. That's done by the registrar's office. But I can make pretty good guesses. But ultimately, it's up to them. It's up to the registrar's office to decide what they should do for those general university requirements. That reminds me of another question, and that is, which degree is better, an AS or an AA? And my answer always is AA, and that's just because it takes care of all the general university requirements. But students can transfer at any time with any amount of credits. It doesn't matter. We'll work with them and help them out as much as we can. Another question I often get is, what's the difference in the preparation for the different types of degrees? Well, EMVS is probably the simplest. So students just need a class called Information and Data. But if they take statistics at their community college and pass with a C- or better, well, then I'll use that as a substitution for them. They also need to take physical geography or geology, and finally, human geography. That's all they need to come into the college. Those classes are all offered every fall and winter. So that would be a good place to start. And certainly when I'm advising transfer students during registration, I'll work with them to get those classes. But during registration, during even the off times in the winter and spring, I'm right here and I can help them too. Uh, let's see, for the environmental sciences, they're going to be taking a year of biology, a year of chemistry, calculus, physics, and then that familiar class, physical geography. And again, I don't mind when students contact me and say, hey, I want to take these classes. Will any of them help me get into the college while I'm here at the community college? And always very happy to help them. I want to make their transition from community college to Western as smooth as possible. Any questions? You're all so quiet. Have you heard about the Planet magazine? Oh, yeah. For the environmental studies major, Alyssa, the students need to take ENVS 201, which is information and data, or they can substitute stats, which at the community colleges usually is math 146, just intro to stats. That's all they need. They also need to take physical geography or physical geology, and then human geography, just those three classes. And human geography and physical geography can be hard to find at the community colleges, but will help them out. For the sciences, you need 1 year of biology, 1 year of chemistry, physical geography, calculus, and physics. And I'll work with them very hard to make it so efficient for them. If they take physics 114 by mistake, that's fine. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to make sure it's not a mistake. If they take a class called environmental geology, I'm going to work with them to make sure that counts and helps them transition to the university here and to their ultimate major. Linda Summers, hey, hi, glad you're here.
Kathy.
The human geography course is EMVS 204. Now for the UEPP classes or classes in preparation for urban planning or for the urban sustainability, there aren't many that help students out. Poli-Sci 250 will help students out, and I think that's either 201 or 202 at community colleges. Econ 202 at community college, the microeconomics, and then either EMVS 204, which is the human geography here at Western, or EMVS 203 here at Western. That's the physical geography. More questions? I love questions. So I really appreciate so much the caliber of students that you send us here at Western. They're very well prepared. They're very enthusiastic to the point they want to max out at 18 credits. And I try to talk them off the cliff there. I try to talk them down to 14, 15, 16 credits a quarter, especially for their first quarter, because I want them to have a very smooth transition. Community college students don't know how many classes that can be, but generally that's 3 to 4 classes per quarter. A student at Western needs to have 12 credits to be full-time, and again, the max is 18 credits. I brag here at Western that students can possibly graduate with a resume that's similar to what a master's student has. So here at Western, the College of the Environment has a very, very small graduate school. And so what that means for your students, your transfers, is that we don't have many or any actually teaching TAs. We have TAs who drive the van to the various sites off campus. We have TAs who set up labs, but that's it. The reason that is so beneficial too is that oftentimes chances to do field work, to do presentations or present papers with professors don't go to graduate students. They're fresh out of them. They come down to the environmental studies and sciences and urban planning undergraduates, which is just tremendous. Each summer for the past several years, we've had students track the mountain goats up in the North Cascades. And you may know that, I bet most of you know, those goats are being translocated from the Olympics over here to the Cascades. The mountain goats in the Olympics were never, ever indigenous there. They were put there by a overly zealous hunter when the park was established. So that tends to be a very exciting opportunity for students. And I admit it's exciting to me. And I tried once to just go to the sites and see what was going on, but I was barred. But don't think I won't try again. Let's see, urban planning. You can work on various projects during the summertime with professors there. A long time project has been with Nicholas Zafratos, who works in Greece every summer, and he accepts students there to work with him, studying sustainability and urban planning, but also to work with him on helping the island of Ithaca to become more sustainable and still try to rebuild their industries after an earthquake that happened in 1956, I think. So they haven't exactly shown much resilience. There are programs in geography. It's possible for students to earn a minor, a certificate, or even a major in geographic information systems. Those students find internships or projects with professors all the time, not just in this college, but in geology, biology, and even other branches of the college that need people who are experts. If you've ever looked at the map online, the interactive map online of this campus, that was designed by students with the help of Stefan Freeland, who's an incredible GIS technician who's been here for quite some time. Yeah, Norma, thank you for your question. The best links to our website are actually in the university catalog. Make sure you're in the 2003, 2000, or whoa, time machine, sorry about that, 2023, 24 catalog, and that will help you out quite a bit. Those are also on our website, which used to be Huxley College, now it's College of the Environment, and that website is just CENV, that stands for College of the Environment, .wwu.edu. So CENV.ww.edu. And each of those are linked on our website. I'll go ahead and show you one of those pages and how I got there. So here we are on our website, and probably the two most important tabs here are scholarships, first of all. And it shows you all the scholarships that we administer for each year. Then back up at the menu bar, there's also a student tab, and students should go to undergraduate resources, and there's the Bachelor of Sciences degrees and Bachelor of Arts. And that also includes the Bachelor of Arts in Education. So let's go to Bachelor of Sciences. Here's the straight up environmental science major. And here's the catalog. The best thing to do, I think, is just to click on that icon that looks like a piece of paper, and a very handy page will come up with all the information you need. Contact information for all the majors on campus are right here on each of the advising pages. You see my name there. There's also Ruth Sofield, who is the department chair. I tell students to look at this area, sample careers right here. If they see something that makes their hearts go pity-pat or they swoon, then they should definitely think about our major or whatever major they're looking at. Down here, we've got it well organized in that the preparatory classes are listed right here. That's about 45 credits, not bad. Some of those are general university credits, mostly lab sciences and of course the math. Then the major itself is down below. Students can click on this, of course, and some of you have a similar system, but they get the description for each of the classes, and that's extremely helpful. So all the majors have that, and it's great for you too. But hey, you can call me too, and I'll help you out. So what other questions do you have? I kind of like Chris Patton's beautiful picture there. Makes me want to be out on the river rafting or canoeing.
Kathy, I have a question. This is Linda.
Hi.
Hi, for a student who wants to major in biology but is struggling with her calculus or pre-calculus and chemistry courses and kind of is thinking of other majors, can you talk about how you might advise students around like away from a hard science BS to maybe BA options in environmental studies?
I would talk about especially the GIS and the geography degrees, which I think are very close to the field work that environmental scientists would be doing, plus the tools they use are very similar to what environmental scientists use. I show them the preparatory courses, those 3 courses, and contrast them to going through all the prep for the environmental sciences. And usually they'll think about it. They ask me a question like, is it more valuable to have an environmental science degree or an environmental studies degree? Don't you get better jobs with environmental science? I have to say my answer is no. It may be split right down the middle, depending on the type of market we have in a given year. Oftentimes, either urban planning or geographic information systems are the highest paid of all the degrees. Every one of our degrees, including environmental economics, which is a shared degree, can lead to jobs with the Park Service, forestry, leads to jobs outside. So students who really want that outside experience can get it other ways. Usually students will change over once I start explaining the difference between the prereqs. And when I say that magical phrase, no more math, they're very happy to change over. Does that help your question?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a great question. Thank you. I do try to set up meetings with professors, but oftentimes they're not available when students come up on Thursday, Friday. Most of our field classes are on Thursday and Friday, so nobody's on campus really from the College of the Environment. They're signaling for you to return. So I want to thank you very much. And please, if you ever need to, please contact me and I'm more than happy to help you out. Thank you for coming today. Bye.